So it looks like this match is going to be going live in about 20 seconds here. Who do you want to watch on the first rollout here, Admirable?
Seagull, every middle, ever.
You want to take it away on Seagull? Thinking Seagull?
Oh, I just thought you were asking for a one-word answer there.
Okay.
I gave you a few extra, but yep. I am watching Seagull coming out from the top side getting a buff, and he's gonna head forward here. Previously killed off Snowblind in a Snakewater, but does not manage to pull off the same maneuver onto Bash. It's Enigma who will claim that frag, but Seagull drawing him out of position slightly. Mike will follow Bash into the spawn. Good take, and Warrior go down as well. And that break has clearly been enough for Mix-Up to recollect themselves here and come out with a strong opener. If Epsilon go around down here, according to the Prophet arcs, that will spell doom and disaster for them.
Mix-Up now with their Uber getting ready to push into last. Headshot going off. Nox still doesn't have his Uber yet. He gets pushed back into spawn. War picking up 2 frags. Epsilon maybe thinking about moving out here. That Heaven needs to change back. War getting up to the bats with just Nox. Actually, Enigma is also in a sneaky back cap position, so we gotta be careful for that. There's still too many players up on that last stuff and they don't really do anything about it. The Uber is now popped from Mix-Up and Hardlu. Uber popped in response from Epsilon. Epsilon Mike goes down. Enigma's fighting Bash over in that lower area. The rest of Mix-Up are trying to catch any retreating members of Epsilon that they can. So far, Mike's the only casualty, but that's going to be enough for Mix-Up to want to continue this push. They're going to go ahead and get in. Squid's actually getting on the point cleanly. He's going to force Epsilon to move forward and get on that point to stop the cat. Oh, Seagull with the shot onto Tech. Platinum with the loose cannon onto Mike. Enigma taking down War. This is going to be the... Oh, Seagull with the self-kill air shot onto Kyler as he gets launched towards him. Crowd is perhaps not too happy about that one. But regardless, that is the first round in the books for Classic Mix-Up.
Yeah, really impressive there, converting that mid-win into a quick round. Let's see if Epsilon have learned any lessons from this one. I have to watch the Tech perspective. He's going to be slightly delayed until he's waiting for that buff. Then he's going to go out from the top side. He might be passing Seagull here, 2 ships in the night. Now Tech bombs in directly onto Hardlu. Gets him as low as 15. Hardlu surfs onto the little hut there. Will eventually go into the scattergun of Kyler, follows up that damage with Platinum, cleans up Tech, but no medic here. Mix-Up means that Epsilon are just going to collapse around Nox to try and secure the life of their medic over the course of this mid-fight. Kyler hunting down Squid there. Seagull and Platinum are the only 2 alive, but look at the health, super weak right now. They can't do anything but run, tuck the tail, and they're out of their line.
Yeah, Mix-Up completely forced to back out. That is what few surviving players they had from that mid-fight. Uber advantage strongly in favor of Epsilon right now. They're currently capping up 2, and I expect to see them push in right away. We have very defensive off-classing from Classic Mix-Up. We have Enigma on that NG and Squid on that heavy class. Back, peeking down lower, he sees Platinum. Doesn't get Platinum to death, though. The Uber comes in early from Epsilon. They're through the door clean. Watching now is Kyler. Takes down Squid, takes down that heavy. Tech jumping towards that soldier up on that high ground. Tech now claiming the high ground. Oh, getting the air shot onto Platinum. Tech now, can he get another bomb? Oh, can he find the medic with that rocket? No, he's searching, but he's not able to reach him out there. And now Mix-Up going to be able to push out, retake their 2, and have an Uber to continue rolling this momentum into mid.
Seagull with the big plays there, sort of unseen, came in behind, killed off Bash. He was waiting to see what happened after his team's Uber. Then, just as Uber faded, Seagull was there on their heads, pooping all over them from a great height, helping his team hold on to last there. Mix-Up now take control of 2. They're going to start pushing through this Sauron here. They've got options. They have that huge Uber advantage, so much time. Well, relatively speaking, 20 seconds plus to decide how they want to approach this one. But Tech with the headshot, gonna dome Hardlu. The drop is real. And Epsilon just sitting around here expecting the immediate bomb in from Mix to try and pick off Nox. And Tech continues to get frag after frag. The body shots being stolen from his scouts, who seem to be doing the majority of the damage there.
Seagull now, bit of a hiding spot. If he can get a clean bomb in, this might really turn the tide of this fight, or at least delay things enough. Seagull is spotted out though, and he is forced to reconsider his position, as now Epsilon has their Uber. They're getting ready to push in. Watching now is Mike and War leading this Uber in. Here comes the bombs. They're trying to focus that heavy, or at least make him go back into spawn. Enigma changes class. So far the Uber's not done much damage, but they have all the positioning they want. A lot of cap time going. Mix-up has to be really mindful of it. Now a lot of the frags on Squid chasing down that medic. He takes out the pistol and takes down Nox. It is Bash and Tech left alive for Epsilon. It does look like they have backed out. Bash is actually in a back cap position. It's wide open. No, Squid was there, and he did take down Bash, saving that. Tech up on the sniper. I don't know if lightning can strike twice that quickly, but that might be Epsilon's best hope in this round right now.
Yeah, he's going to position himself in the red kitchen. He's really concealing the fact that he's there. By the time Mix-Up see his head peeking out in there, it could be too late, but in fact, Harblue and Platinum are going to go through their own kitchen and just bypass that sniper sight line. Uber is popped off here. The frags have come in. Kyler and Mike go down. They should be quite happy with that. They're going to be able to take control of mid and have a man advantage to push off. Tech is pretty weak right now. He's still playing with that sniper, trying to back off. I had a glimpse of Harblue's head there, but couldn't connect. He's going to be sitting here in the lobby. He's still looking for that shot, but it doesn't seem like he's going to get much done here as Mix-Up move forward, control the space, control the entrances and exits, and take more territory off the back of that nice Uber we saw on CP3.
Mix-Up at an Uber disadvantage right now. Epsilon has their Uber up to defend last. We see, whoa, that scout eating a lot of the loose cannon. Whoa, Seagull getting in. He actually forces the Uber from Epsilon. War now trying to jump in, trying to force that Uber of Harblue. Harblue has yet to take any damage, though, dodging everything that War is throwing at him. Nox and War do not get allowed entry back into their upper lobby. They're going to be taken down by Tyler and Squid. And now the push for Mix-Up is in full force. Enigma, Tech onto Enigma. Enigma back onto Tech. Now Platinum needs to get these frags on here, getting that loose cannon in that scout's face, and that's going to be the second round in a row here on CP Snakewater in favor of the Americans.
This is the big shift that all you TF2 spectators are hoping for. Maybe you're still cheering for Epsilon, but we can see it over 3 maps. That's cool. Mix-Up coming out with a masterclass on Snakewater so far. Gotta feel a little puzzled by Nox's decision to commit so deep on that last. The Uber tried to save War, maybe got drawn out of position. But now we're into a new round. It's a reset, and I'm looking at Seagull coming over. Mike flips around, hits the little air shot there. Seagull will get cleaned up, but so does Tech. War's going to go down as well, and it looks quite favourable for Mix-Up if they can keep Platinum up and get those heals up. They've got 2 scouts and a demo man moving forward. There's not much you can do against that. Epsilon, no, at the right hand of the wall, they're going to back out. They've got Kyler, Bash, and Nox. It will be Uber versus Uber, and they'll probably be able to get a position up on 2 here to defend Lang.
Uber's up for both teams, and yeah, as you said, it looks like Epsilon are solidifying some kind of defense here on 2. No off classes on the map that I see for either of our teams. Tech up on that pipe, up on the high ground, trying to make sure that if Mix-Up come that way, they take so much spam that they are forced to pop in an unfavorable way. Mix-Up playing really far back. It seems that maybe they want to try to bait Epsilon into doing something they don't want to do. War is really close to that sticky trap. If he peeks around that corner, he's surely going to get dead. Oh, jeez, it's so close. I can't believe that didn't go off and kill him there. And finally, War does walk into it, and Platinum dead, staking him down immediately. Now, Mix-Up are going to capitalize on that, start moving through lower here, while Platinum and Seagull are pushing in through the saw room. Tyler and his scouts, along with their medic, need to get through, while Seagull actually forces the Uber single-handedly. Epsilon are going for almost like a wrap-run play, with Mike jumping out from the window now, trying to deal any damage he can to Harblue. It's not going to be enough, though. Mix-Up just now popping that Uber, super late, but I guess Harblue was feeling the pressure. He must have been. I feel like they probably could have held that Uber and then used it to roll right into last. Kyler takes down Platinum at the end there, and this Kyler with the 2K. And so now it's just 3 players of Mix-Up here on the last, and they're going to get destroyed. Whoa, Tyler with 2 frags. He still has 200 health left, too. And now Seagull bombing in as well, but no, Mike, War, and Tech team up to take down those last 3 remaining members of Classic Mix-Up. And Nox is going to have his Uber up. They might be able to try a push out here.
Yeah, that kill on Seagull didn't come in a moment too soon. I mean, Nox was down as low as 16 health, faced certain death, but luckily he could count on his teammates there. Gonna see Epsilon retake control of 2. They have that charge. They're gonna be moving through Sora momentarily. Looks like they want to go directly from that right-hand door. Mike jumped through to assess the situation. He's encouraging his team forward. Nox refuses to pop. He doesn't like to just pop in blind. He's trying to get in a position where he can see the whites of their eyes. He wants to be able to get kills confirmed before he goes in. Kyler onto Platinum, Tech onto Enigma. And still Nox refuses to pop. Arblue's sitting here around 70%. They've got so much room to play with here. Epsilon are going to push forward and leave one scout to cap. They are hungry for blood. They've had a taste and they want more. It's North American patties here on the grill. Epsilon are going for it, man. But now they've taken control of 4 and looks like Mix-Up, they don't even want to get involved. They're going to take their barbecue and back out.
Mix-Up now. Getting the defensive off classes up there, they have a 2-round advantage. They can kind of sit here and buy time, and killing that down man is definitely going to buy them a lot of time. Mike also getting dropped down quite low. Platinum taking in very, very aggressively. Mix-Up might be overextending a little bit here, but no, with that cannonball finding Kyler's face, Mix-Up are going to be emboldened to actually now push out further. They know that there's probably not a super aggressive trap in place for more because he's still rolling out, and the Uber is popped. Forced by Platinum onto Epsilon, but Mike does chase down Platinum, taking him down. So suddenly there's no stickies, and the Epsilon can immediately bomb in Tech, trying to corral Mix-Up onto the point. The Uber, whoa, big air shot from Mike onto Tyler, just stuffing that Ubered rocket jump straight down. And now Epsilon have backed out, and they can build up the Uber, get another advantage, and try to push back in. Although with these late frags, maybe they can send Bash and Kyler in here to do something. If anyone overextends into the lobby, it doesn't look like they are. So yeah, Epsilon going to build their Uber safely out here in 2.
Yeah, Mike managing to nip the aggression in the bud there. Picked off Enigma down below, but did go down himself. But that sort of limited the options for Mix-Up as it stands. It's neck and neck in the Uber battle. So much so that we're going to see Enigma respawn with that engineer class. He's trying to build up his sentry ASAP. There's a scope on the field from Tech as well. He's looking for any pick. Any pick is good right now. He sees a soldier but doesn't seem to connect. And it whiffs another shot. This is not the Tech we've grown to love. It must be the hours progressing here. It's pretty late in the day. It's been a long day of TF2, but still the focus has to be on Tech. What can he do? Mix-Up, we're back into the corner. He sees Enigma. He's going to hit him with a body shot. Body shot still count. Whilst Mike finds a frag onto this sentry gun, the engineer threat is neutralized as Mike comes in here. Uber launches a soldier sky high. Seagull will crater. Bash gets credit for that frag though. That ain't fair, line.
It certainly is not. War now trying to lead this push in for his team. No Ubers in this fight. Harblue needs to stop this cap from War, and he does. And with that crossbow, Harblue not taking it. Harblue and his Uber saw out on last on Snakewater. You know what's happening? Squid down with the pistol doing like it's. Oh, Seagull comes in and takes down Bash, saving that for their team. Squid now getting thinking about maybe getting aggressive, but no, he realizes the spawns from Epsilon are going to be pretty quick. Mix-Up are going to be happy with just salvaging that round. And you know, every failed push from Epsilon here is good for Mix-Up because it means that they're burning down time and it's making their lead safer.
Yeah, just looking at Squid's stats here on the stream, 7 frags so far this round. He is represented. Tech back on the scope, didn't choose to go spy, also another of his favorite off classes. But Epsilon going to sit back here and build up that crits. Craig Knox taking matters into his own hands. He's going to try and create an opening for his team. Tech getting a little bit aggressive as well with his stance. He's poking around that left-hand side door in the attacker perspective. He's charging up a shot here. He knows there's somebody up on the top. He's trying to dome Platinum, but the crits come through. Warher, yeah, this is 3 frags where he struggled in the past with that crit streak. He has delivered huge here on this last point, but will it be enough for Epsilon to get a round on the board at long last? I don't want to call it too soon. Enigma's still got that sentry gun. That's practically 2 players on the field in addition to TLR's third. 2 spawns come in. Harblue and Squid back on the field, and Epsilon seem to be held off here, Lang. I can't believe it.
Enigma with the battle engine getting the final frag of that fight there on to Tech. Nox now still on that crits, mind you. So he's going, if he builds it quickly enough, they're going to have a really significant advantage that they can try to work with here. Nox now just sort of pocketing War. They're getting pushed out a little bit by Mix-Up, but that's okay. Actually, their scouts are so aggressively. War and Nox are now sort of getting back into this fight as Bash does go down there. Squid looking to get very aggressive now. Onto that scout. He does pick up that frag. Wait, who's this red soldier behind enemy lines? Tyler sees him. He's going for him.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Finally finishes off that frag onto Tech. And Epsilon have this crits. But while Mix-Up got distracted... Oh, Epsilon actually just gets immediately taken down by Seagull. The crits drop there, and suddenly Mix-Up has their Uber now. They're going to be coming right in. Mike's up on this high ground. If anyone can deny things with air shots, it's Mike. But the Uber is out for Mix-Up now. They've pushed Epsilon out of the point. And this is definitely going to be a mid-cap for them.
Yeah, Seagull doing a great job of finding the opening. Manages to get that posthumous frag, that drop onto Nox. He's going to just forget about the Kritzkrieg ambitions he had previously. He's going back to the minigun, and as such, it's pretty much neck and neck, only about 5% in it. But Epsilon forced into a defensive position here. They've got to take that tough push from 2 into 3. Look at the setup here from Mix-Up. They've got lots of spam classes on high ground as the first wave of the defense, and then behind that they have the scouts just waiting here to annihilate anybody that can breach the anti-air that is Tyler and Seagull. And Epsilon, they're not really convinced that they should be pushing either. They have the charge now and they are aware of the clock. We're going just about 13 minutes remaining. They are starting to probe forward. They need to be aware also. Platinum sticky trap, he's got 4 stickies there. Mike's playing Russian roulette as he jumps in and out of that door frame. He's gonna lose. How he's always been. Platinum deaths. Mike goes down, and surely Epsilon will not continue with this push, Alex.
Seagull getting aggressive here in that kitchen area, winning that 1v1 versus Tech. Ubers for both teams, mixed up with a one-man advantage. They are starting to push through lower now. War, though, gets the hidden sticky trap onto Harblue, forcing to drop Tyler. He immediately follows suit with the frag onto Enigma's. Tyler trying to see what he can recover, logging Nox away, but Nox is going to be just fine. He's going to get back to that health kit, heal up his team, and they're going to go ahead and push into mid. Mike choosing to go the other way, going through Saw, making sure no one's going to try a cheeky backcap play or anything of that sort. Mix up. They want to try to force the Uber that Epsilon had. They don't want to give up the point completely for free, but their spawns are stacked in such a way that it's not really feasible for them to do that. So they're forced to back up, give up that point, and Epsilon still have an Uber that they can use to breach the second point.
Here they come. They're going to take control of mid and head down to the lower lobby area. And this is risky plays. Like, there's no protection from those high bombs. You've got to hit your shot, but even Mix-Up aren't going to commit anybody here. They're not even interested in getting that foresight. All they're trying to do is buy a few seconds here. They know they're close to it. They don't want to lose any players and leave themselves short-handed for the defense on last. Harblue is on 95% as the Uber fades for Nox, but he's going to go down. Tyler from fun with the pick. Will deny the invulnerability here for Mix-Up when Epsilon are finding all the frags they require. It's all on Squid, but it's too much to ask. He's surrounded by 4 red players there. And at long last, Epsilon get a round on the board here on Snakewater after about 18 minutes played. Like,
War quite happy with himself in that camera shot we had there at the end, just gently smiling at his performance there, as I guess he's earned the right to do so. Epsilon now rolling out onto this mid. The first few stickies flying for both demo men. Kyler and Bash trying to watch out for the bombs. Here comes the Seagull bomb. Whoa! Seagull just shooting Mike across the map. Watching now is Bash moving across the point. He's got some weak targets in front of him. He is engaging 1v1 with Scout. Kyler now. He's going to pick up the frag onto Enigma. Kyler's going to continue his streak as he's been doing so well on so many of these mids. The pistol, find the pistol. Kyler, one more. Oh, God, that's closer. It's barely getting away, but Kyler's pistol has found a new target, and it is Platinum. The demo man for Classic Mix-Up has been taken down. And now Tyler, the only remaining member of Mix-Up, is forced all the way back into last. Mix-Up needs some creative off-classing here, or else the lead that they spent the last 20 minutes building up is going to be taken away in just a matter of moments.
yeah, Harblue coming out onto that mid fight, sort of committing himself to the right-hand side, and Tech saw it managed to juggle him up with a rocket, couldn't connect with the air shot, but he had the insurance policy that is his flank partner. Bash finished off that medic, and really was the cat amongst the pigeons of mix-up on that middle. Now Nox sitting here with a massive advantage yet again. It's going to be Uber coming in here early. Nox wants to maintain health for his players. They're going to get right in on top of Squid. He's been annihilated. That was an orbital strike out there from Tech and Mike. Now they're going to be able to put a little pressure onto the point. Bash will sacrifice his life to try and create the draw there for Mix-Up. He's trying to lure them in onto the point. Ward's gone down as well, but Epsilon are struggling to turn this into a cap. Kyler's going to throw himself onto the point. Hardly has charged, but he doesn't want to pop. He's pretty sure they've held this one right now, and he is absolutely right. They hold on, and now they have the charge. They're going to be able to push immediately.
Just under 10 minutes left here in this CP Snakewater, the second map of this best of 3 series. Uber advantage, strongly in favor of Classic Mix-Up. And James, I don't mean to alarm you, but once again, we have a bit of a pause here.
Uh-oh. Is it a tactical pause, a real pause? Is somebody having technical difficulties, or is it just like, oh, we didn't actually tell the crowd about this, but during the intermission I had a delightful Steam message from Felix Van Nola. You may know him better as Ips. And he was giving us the inside scoop as to what that previous pause was. I'm just going to read out the chat log, more or less verbatim. Talking to Seagull, he says, "Random drunk Euros bumping into me and yelling non-stop. I had to pause and tell him to fuck off. Almost grabbed the monitor and threw it in his face. I swear to God, if he comes back, I will rage quit the match so fucking hard and roll him and mess his pots and pans." Well, maybe I ad-libbed a little bit there, but that's the gist of it. It may be more Coleman on Seagull action. We won't know though, Lang.
I think we have a word from our production crew on what exactly the issue is. So it appears that young Epsilon Michael has requested a pause. We are unsure why that is. We're also unsure of how long it's going to last. Production crew, I'm just going to ask you a question right now. Do we want to throw it to an intermission quickly? So what we're going to do while we figure out what the deal is and why Mike needed a pause for his team, we're going to go ahead and have a really quick intermission. We'll be back as soon as we can and as soon as this match gets underway. So apparently the unpause is going to be coming in immediately. Look at that Ehan timing there, ads. Right now, we do have this Uber up for Mix-Up. Actually, the Uber is forced for Mix-Up now. Not sure if they're trying to push out. Watching out the eyes of Tech, seeing what he can make happen, peeking out this window here.
Platinum and TL are down right now for Mix-Up. They need to be thinking twice about committing to this push, but it's already too late. Tech with a cheeky body shot onto Squid, Kyler onto Seagull. Harbly's running for his dear life here. Does manage to kill off Kyler. He's secured his existence for a few more seconds, but how long can he survive on less than 20 health? He's starting to get regen, picks up a little kit as well. And Nox with the charge here. He's going to be encouraging his team to push very, very soon. 6 up here for Epsilon. They know they have a little window. They can try and decide how they want to approach this. Uber is coming in onto that last point. And it seems to have achieved very little. In fact, War goes down, Bash goes down. And Epsilon have just handed the baton over here to Mix-Up, and they're saying, okay, you push.
Exactly. Mix-Up now doing that, pushing directly into the line of sight of Tech. Very, very brave, or perhaps the word is foolish, but regardless, they've managed to survive that. Mix-Up still has not popped their Uber. Enigma also getting that frag onto Kyler. And there's the drop, so that one player is going to be coming back from respawn. I believe that's actually Bash all the way back there. The push from Mix-Up now is starting to come in. It is popped now on Tyler. Tyler jumping in with the help of Seagull, getting very aggressive. War gets caught out, and he is going to be the first Epsilon casualty of this. A relatively uneventful push. Watching now is Tech trying to get any shots he can from that bridge area, but the spam from a Mix-Up, I almost called them Panasonic, that's not what they're called. The spam from Mix-Up is just too great. He's not able to get the angles that he wants, but rest assured, Tech will keep trying, and eventually he will find the shot, and he will take it, and he will make it.
Sony Esports here getting ready to make their next play. Epsilon with that advantage yet again, but still the fact they have Tech, it's almost a hindrance. Like, you want that sniper when you're perhaps defended or looking for a pick in an even advantage or a neck and neck situation, you know what I mean? But right now Mike has jumped ahead to try and scout out the situation and maybe get Nox to commit to a push, but he realizes it's bad. Mike will be sacrificed for the intel, and Epsilon will back off. They still have that prolific scope of Tech, but he's playing a very aggressive sniper. Was just peeking out there on the little wooden ramp, but now has backed off to regroup with his team. And super intense here from Epsilon. They don't seem too phased with the fact that they're a round down and there's only 6 minutes left on the clock. They're more than happy to wait for the ideal opening. They're not going to do anything too rash here, more than suiciding one player at a time.
Mike actually jumping through on that bridge, very aggressively hitting a nice shot onto Mike, but Mike actually hits a Seagull. Let me try that again. Seagull airshot Mike. That's what happened, Dads. Regardless now, we do have a little bit more some more comfort here from Mix-Up, but they're not turning that into aggression. Mike's spawn is pretty quick. They don't want to roll the dice here. Again, there's only 6 minutes left in this map, and Mix-Up have a 1-round lead. It really is. Whoa, Tech just running right in, seeing if he can make a Brazilian power style play. But he's nowhere near way enough for that to work out. This is land ping, not 250 ping. Mix-Up with a pick onto Tech. Once again, feeling slightly more emboldened, slightly more adventurous, but a brief peek, and that's all they're going to give, and they're going to fall right back into this defensive holding pattern, James.
Yeah, this is like a battle of wills right here. Mix-Up are saying, you know, push into us. We will not re-push you. Epsilon are actually going to commit this time with their Uber charge. Just trying to bait Mix-Up into something. Mike manages to get up on the high ground, but Bash and War have gone down. Mix-Up will be more than happy with this, but now Mike is trying to claw things back for his team. Gets a frag onto Seagull, Kyler onto Enigma, but Epsilon, as the Ubers fade, find themselves again at a disadvantage. They have to back out here. They haven't gained any ground, but if they've been paying attention for the last few minutes, they can more or less guess that Mix-Up... Oh, air shot coming out there. They can more or less guess that Mix-Up aren't going to push. They have officially parked the bus. The handbrake is on. There may be no movement. Oh, Oh, of course, the caster, they are starting to flood down into that lobby off those 2 picks. But for a long time there, they were happy to run the clock down. 4 minutes left here. But they seem to be aware that there are thousands of people watching them right now. They want to give a little something for the fans.
Uber's up more or less for both teams at the moment. Not seeing any off classes being run right now, but I would not be surprised if Tech or Bash went ahead and switched over to the sniper class to defend on this last tier. Harblue playing very passive, very passive. Whoa, Epsilon, they know that they have to push, they have to make something happen. It's on them. They get Kyler up behind enemy lines. Mike taking a bunch of damage, but he's up on the high ground. The Ubers are popped from both teams at the exact same time. Watching now as Mike leading this Uber for Epsilon. Getting juggled out. He's trying to find a non-Uber target to shoot at, but there simply aren't any. Epsilon are getting overwhelmed now. They're being forced back into their own lobby, but they've brought Mix-Up into the trap that they had laid out. Kyler and Mike pick up 2 frags before Enigma takes down Mike. 2 people dead on both teams. Health is maybe a little bit better on Mix-Up. It's definitely better now that Kyler has gone down. I don't know if Mix-Up want to try to go in on this because the spawns of Epsilon are going to be right there, and the spawns of Mix-Up are so much further away. And yes, it looks like they are choosing to play this safely. 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock and counting down, James.
Yeah, Mix-Up are really giving Epsilon a lesson in how to play the clock. Even though it's that narrowest of advantages, 1 round, they are more than happy to just take the engagements as the defenders, see what happens afterwards and move forward off that. Tech's playing Spy right now. He's trying to get in on Harblue. He's about to look, turns around. Oh! Gouges him in the side, but can't land the fatal backstab. Tech goes down. But I think Mix-Up may not even push here. Why would they? They're winning right now.
Exactly. Why would they? If they lose this map, they're out of the tournament. They have every reason to run this clock and just keep that 2-1 advantage, the 2-1 score just exactly as it is. That is the smart play for them to do. So their job right now is to maintain Epsilon, and Epsilon have to somehow break that. Mike once again trying to be aggressive over there in the cheese area. Seagull now positioned up on that pipe, and he does deny Mike. Epsilon are going to have a really hard time pushing out of here without Mike. 2 minutes left on the clock. War starting to peek out, maybe pushing Mix-Up back a little bit. Uber's up for both teams, though. And again, Epsilon are just trying to peek, trying to find some way in, but just look at the positioning for Mix-Up. They're so far back, and they're just claiming so much high ground.
Great protection from Enigma there, denying the speculative bomb of Tech. But I mean, maybe with 50 minutes left to go, I would be panicking, but Nox seems supremely confident that he can wait with like 1 minute and 30 seconds to make his grand play. Or maybe they're just thinking about map 3 here. But either way, Epsilon have nothing to lose. If they lose this game, it's going to a 3rd map. And if they just sit back and do nothing, they're going to lose anyway. Oh! Big plays as Mike bombs forward. Lands 2. Kyler actually getting credit for that last frag onto Enigma, but I'm looking for the threat of a back cap anywhere. It seems to be pretty much tight as a drum here. Everything is ship-shape as Squid gets cleaned up by Mike, and Epsilon can continue to push forward. This would be an incredible turn of events here.
Picks up 2 frags on the Harblue and Tyler. That is the combo Mix-Up on Kyler. Following up with 1 on the Enigma Bash, another on the Seagull. That's basically a wipe for Mix-Up. It's the only Platinum left alive. Suddenly, Epsilon are capping the midpoint, and Platinum
look at Squid.
Squid spawning up on the heavy. Is he in the forward spawn right now?
He spawns back. He didn't want to commit to it. He's not Enigma. He can't pull out those heavy backstab plays. And Epsilon have pushed many a time with advantage onto last and field. Let's see if they can finally dig deep. Do they have the minerals? They're going to lead in here with Warrior. They just want to chip away, put as much damage as possible. Kind of for fun and War focus down Squid on the heavy in a matter of seconds. Health is bad for Epsilon, though. Mike's going to go down. Denied by a Seagull, who also picks up the frag onto Kyler. Only Tech and Nox remain alive. It looks like Mix-Up have managed to hold on here, and we will be going to a 3rd map, baby.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as the clock counts down to 0. The final score of Snakewater, the 2nd map in this series, is 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the 3rd map of the consolation final. The crowd, I'm not sure if they're happy or upset, maybe a little bit of both, judging by the excitement that I'm seeing. But still, James, as Admirable, Juicy Jim.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
We got a real game on our hands, and it's my understanding that the third map is going to be Granary.
Granary. That makes me really excited, but I know a lot of people out there, reading the ETFTL forums, whatever, they're like, oh my god, Granary's in the map pool again, please no, but this is just like the most beautiful, spam-heavy, choke-heavy map. It's going to be intense. It's going to be the smallest errors that punish teams. We've got an extreme close-up of Jean-Louis there, Nox looking super focused, but mix-up showing us the other side of Snakewater there. We saw an incredibly close game against AM that went to a golden cap, right?
Yep.
4-3. And now we've seen it, an incredibly close game that was just 2-1. Hardly any rounds whatsoever scored, but that's sort of what happens whenever you've got two incredibly intelligent teams that know what they should be doing at any given time. They don't want to take any risks.
Absolutely, especially when there's so much on the line for both of these teams. So as we're figuring out when the next map in this set is going to start, we're going to throw it over to an intermission really quick so we don't wear ourselves out for this next map and for the grand final that we'll be casting tomorrow. Remember, the winner of this next map will be the team that faces Froyotech in the grand final here at Insomnia 52. So this upcoming CP Granary game is hugely, hugely important. The most important game of the year up until this point for both of these teams. You must watch it if you are at all interested in Team Fortress 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as soon as we can.